Alright, YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Zell back with another one. In this video, Terrence Crawford answers a reporter that asked him about fighting Jaron Ennis, and he says, when Jaron moves up, then we shall see. Jaron Ennis's career is ultimately at a crossroad, and I think he should follow in Boots' footsteps by moving up early. Let's get it. All right, first of all, a reporter asked Crawford about Ennis, and he said when he moves up, we shall see. Pretty much hinting at like, yeah, if he move up, then we might have to fight, you know? Because right now this fight is looking very far away, bro. The fight is looking very far away. Um, because Boots wants undisputed and Bud wants Canelo. This fight, it was likely to happen at welterweight. Then Crawford moved up because Errol Spence made him wait, and he lost his IBF belt. That's how Boots became a champion, actually, because Bud was supposed to rematch Errol, and the IBF don't honor rematches as a reason to not fight your mandatory. So Bud got stripped, and that belt got given to Boots. I remember hearing that shit at work one day. It was like, yeah, Bud has been stripped. Like a month into his undisputed reign, he been stripped, and I was like, that's crazy. But Boots became champion because Errol Spence was supposed to rematch him, but honestly, Errol Spence stalled Terrence, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna let him go on with his career. He ain't gotta wait on me, which is I respect that from Errol. But like I'm saying, Boots wants undisputed at 47 right now, and Terrence Crawford wants Canelo. Terrence Crawford wants the money fight. He got the legacy, and Boots wants the legacy. I don't think Boots has had a crazy money fight or a crazy legacy fight. So Boots he hungry for something. And in the sport of boxing, legacy is great and money is great, but I think Boots Ennis is a legacy fighter. You know, I think he fights for a legacy, which is why he hasn't moved. Because if he was just a prize fighter, the obvious answer would be move up. You could fight Virgil Ortiz, Fundora, Crawford, Errol Spence. You could fight. You can even fight Bakram. And I believe that's what when Jaron moves up, I believe he will fight Bakram. Maybe he fights Bakram for the championship, then fights Virgil, like how Devin moved up, beat Regis Prograis, then fought Ryan for a mini fight. So I think that'll be Jaron. When Jaron Ennis moves up, I believe that's gonna be the way he does it, through the IBF. Because people talking about Virgil this, Virgil that. Virgil don't got a belt. What's the point of moving up to fight somebody, losing your belt, and they don't have a belt? I believe he's the interim champion. So if he beats Virgil, he becomes the mandatory for Fundora. But if he beats Bakram, he becomes champion. Period. So I believe him going through Bakram it'll be hard, but it'll be worthwhile. And I think he could beat Bakram, and that'll be a great fight to watch stylistically. You got the Soviet style in Bakram with a counter left hook, and then you got Jaron Ennis with the fluid American rhythmic style where he can effortlessly flow from offense to defense in a snap of a finger. So that's the fight that I really want to see at that weight class before he fights anybody else, because we know Terrence Crawford focused on Canelo right now. Terrence Crawford not gonna be at 54 for much longer, especially if he get a Canelo opportunity. He's not gonna be at 54 for that much longer. He's waiting for Canelo. You know, Errol Spence, he not worried about Errol Spence anymore. Jaron Ennis is so young. He could have fought Ennis, but that's highly unlikely. If he fights Canelo, I guarantee that he retires after he fights Canelo Alvarez. I guarantee you. And the way Terrence Crawford fights Canelo is people think is he can't beat him. A smaller guy has beaten Canelo before, and Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather had probably the greatest reflexes ever in boxing, the greatest ring generalship and control. His defense was masterful, and he punished you every time you miss, and he set traps. He wanted you to throw a certain punch so he can pull counter, or he can slip or roll under your shot and punish you. He did that to Canelo the whole fight. He schooled Canelo. And I think Terrence Crawford, I think he's gonna work on his legs. He's gonna have incredible stamina. I think he's gonna imply Mayweather tactics against Canelo. And I don't mean rope a dope. I mean fleet-footed, and to flow like a bird, sting like a bee. And I think that's the type of tactics he's gonna use versus Canelo. A lot of lateral movement. I don't know which stance he's gonna fight out of. So southpaw, orthodox, probably southpaw, because he's more confident out of southpaw. And Canelo been fighting big dudes his whole life. He said that Magimoff used to be a middleweight in the amateurs. So he didn't fought guys with that size. Errol Spence used to be a super middleweight in the amateurs, I believe, or a middleweight. So Terrence Crawford then fought big guys, and we got to give him his respect because Terrence Crawford came through 135. Terrence Crawford came through 135 and is at a 4-weight class. Meaning, if Jaron Ennis got halfway as much range as Terrence Crawford, Jaron Ennis can end at super middleweight, 4 weight classes. So I think if you're a great boxer, 4 weight classes is the minimum that you should. It's the minimum. Floyd Mayweather went up how many weight classes? From 130, 35, welterweight, super welter, 4 weight classes. So a lot of these great fighters have similar careers. And Jaron Ennis, I believe he is great, but it just depends on if he's willing to take that risk. And if he moves up to 54, I think he should fight Bakram. You know, if he want to be undisputed so bad, I think he should activate his mandatory fight Bakram, and then fight Virgil Ortiz for the money fight, bro. It's simple on paper, but it's hard to actually accomplish because those are some big dudes. Like Fundora probably will be the biggest fight of Boots' career, like size wise, because the dude big. But I think he could beat Bakram. I think he could beat Fundora. You know, he got a stronger chin than Fundora. You know, he got better defense than Fundora. As long as he's not victim of no cuts, he should be okay. And yeah, bro, Jaron career is at a crossroad, bro. Because he want to stay at 47 and become undisputed, but I think he can go to 54 and become undisputed. You know, like Jermell Charlo, he could rule that division. And honestly, he could follow in Bud's footsteps by moving up way early. Bud moved up from 35 to 40. Bud didn't become undisputed until his 2nd weight class. Devin Haney, on the other hand, became undisputed in his 1st weight class. Jermell Charlo became undisputed in his 1st weight class, but they waited so long, you know. And I think at this point ain't shit for him at 47. I think he just forcing it. He just stalling his career out. Them dudes scared of Boots, bro. They don't want to fight. Yeah, they scared of him. Mario Barrios don't want that smoke. Mario Barrios almost got beat by Ramos. Jaron Ennis would hurt that dude badly. Brian Norman don't really want to fight him that badly. And Stanionis, I haven't heard his name in a long time. So I mean, shit. I think he should follow in Bud's footsteps, move up early, accomplish that undisputed championship at his 2nd weight class. Cause why not? You know, sometimes you just outgrow a weight class and you just got to move up. Now, Devin Haney, on the other hand, Jermell Charlo, they stayed consistent. They grinded the weight class out. They got all the belts. But yeah, I think if he won't become undisputed, it'll be easier in the 2nd and 3rd weight class because those guys won't be as scared of him. But let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. 10 down.